We love our cats more than words can say. Yet for many of us, there is a quiet, lingering heartache when we look back at the feline friends we've lost, realizing that some of our most loving, well-intentioned daily habits might have silently broken their trust or even shortened their time with us. We often follow outdated advice, completely unaware of how they truly experience the world. Imagine being forced to use a restroom located at the end of a dark, narrow hallway, with only one exit, constantly dreading that a predator might block the door at any second. That is the exact inescapable trap your cat experiences in what you think is a cozy, private litter box setup. We will completely dismantle this hidden daily stressor in habit number 4, a crucial revelation you simply cannot afford to miss if you want your feline friend to feel truly secure in your home. But please know, this video is not here to judge your past. We are simply here to translate their silent language together so your cat's golden years can be their healthiest and happiest. So let's begin with the single most misunderstood daily routine that causes the most invisible harm. Mistake number 1. The dry food deception. Many of us have relied on dry kibble for decades. It's convenient, affordable, and often widely recommended. Yet reading through your stories, my heart truly aches, seeing how many of you carry a deep, lingering regret over losing a beloved childhood cat to silent kidney disease. Cats are descended from desert dwellers. They simply do not have a strong natural thirst drive and rely heavily on their meals for life-saving hydration. But what if your older, stubborn kitty completely refuses wet food and would rather starve? Please do not panic or force a sudden switch. Instead, simply start by soaking their regular dry kibble with a little warm water or pet-safe bone broth to gradually introduce moisture. Changing a cat's diet is a gentle marathon, not a sprint. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know back then. You cared for your sweet boy or girl with so much love, doing exactly what you believed was right at the time. Speaking of love, sometimes our absolute deepest expressions of affection can feel like a sudden, overwhelming invasion to them. Imagine offering a polite, casual handshake to a towering giant, only to be unexpectedly scooped completely off the ground without warning. Mistake number 2, the to hold or not to hold dilemma. We just talked about sweeping them off their feet without warning. For years, experts told us that picking up a cat strips away their vital sense of control. Yet so many of you lovingly pointed out a beautiful contradiction. My cat literally jumps into my arms and purrs, or he climbs onto my shoulders like a parrot. You see, it isn't about banning hugs entirely. It is about reading their subtle requests for consent. If your feline friend rubs their cheeks against you with a completely relaxed posture, they are warmly inviting that embrace. However, if you notice a forcefully thumping tail or flattened ears, try what one wise viewer called the elevator method. Instead of squeezing them tightly against your chest, simply place one hand under their front legs and the other supporting their hind legs. You become a steady platform, giving them a supportive ride while allowing them the absolute freedom to safely dismount the second they feel overwhelmed. Speaking of feeling overwhelmed and panicked, imagine making an honest, innocent mistake in your own home, only to have a deafening, terrifying siren go off right in your face, leaving you physically shaking, utterly confused, and completely unaware of what you actually did wrong to deserve it. Mistake number 3. Discipline without destruction. That blaring siren is exactly what our loud voices sound like to our cats when we yell out of sheer frustration. In our community, several of you brilliantly debated this, asking how mother cats teach kittens if felines don't understand cause and effect. Another shared that a loud shout stopped their cat from jumping on the table ever again. It is true our feline companions are highly intelligent and can learn boundaries. However, prolonged shouting doesn't teach them the actual rule. It simply teaches them to fear you as an unpredictable threat. The simple upgrade: replace the loud scolding with a sharp, unemotional sound, a quick finger snap or a firm clap. This clearly interrupts the unwanted behavior instantly, without shattering the precious, lifelong bond you share. Speaking of feeling terrified and threatened, imagine your most private, vulnerable daily routine being interrupted because you were forced into a tiny, dark closet with only one door, knowing an intruder could easily block your only escape. Mistake number 4, the litter box trap. That terrifying one-door closet scenario we just imagined is exactly what a covered litter box shoved into a deep dead-end corner feels like to your feline friend. Many of you have shared your frustrations when an older senior kitty suddenly starts going to the bathroom outside their box, especially after a new younger pet is introduced. It is so easy to assume they are just acting out, being spiteful, or losing their manners. But the truth is much more instinctual. In the wild, going to the bathroom is their absolute most vulnerable moment. A covered box with a single entrance isn't providing them with cozy privacy. It feels like an inescapable trap where they can be easily ambushed. The simple but life-changing upgrade is to ensure their box has multiple escape routes. A high-sided open box in a quiet but accessible room gives them the 360-degree visibility they deeply crave to feel secure. Speaking of feeling secure and comfortable at home, imagine finally retiring to your absolute dream house, only to discover that every single window is painted black. Every radio is unplugged, and you are left sitting in a perfect unbroken, heavy silence for 10 hours a day, every single day. Mistake number 5. The silent house syndrome. That heavy, unbroken silence in a blacked-out dream house is exactly what our cats experience when we leave for the day and shut down the house. We often think we are doing our feline companions a favor. We turn off the television, close the blinds, and assume they just want to sleep peacefully while we run errands. But cats are highly intelligent, observant hunters. A completely silent, unstimulating environment doesn't bring them peace. It causes profound boredom, chronic stress, and even depression. The wonderful upgrade. Many of you in our community have already discovered a brilliant solution. When you step out, leave a radio softly playing classical music or turn on cat TV showing birds and squirrels. Even better, attach a simple bird feeder right outside their favorite window. This provides endless, captivating visual and auditory enrichment, keeping their brilliant minds beautifully engaged. Speaking of keeping them playfully engaged, imagine encouraging a teething toddler to play with a loaded mousetrap, only to act completely shocked and betrayed when it eventually snaps shut with incredibly painful consequences. Mistake number 6. The hand trap. That loaded mousetrap we just envisioned is exactly what we are unknowingly creating when we use our bare hands to wrestle, wiggle, and tickle our sweet kittens. In our community, some of you mentioned that your cats bite your hands a lot, while others feel that playing with hands is perfectly fine as long as both of you understand it is just a game. However, when you consistently use your fingers as bait, you are unconsciously hardwiring their brilliant predator brains to view human skin as a legitimate hunting target. It might be incredibly cute and harmless when they weigh barely 2 pounds, but it sets them up for a lifetime of confusing, painful scoldings when those adult teeth and claws eventually come out. The simple, loving upgrade: always insert a buffer. Use a wand or a feather toy to safely channel that beautiful, natural hunting energy away from your fragile skin. Speaking of channeling beautiful energy, imagine holding a delicate, invisible golden thread that ties your heart directly to theirs, a profound bond that only reaches its true, unbreakable strength when you finally learn to fluently speak their most silent, unspoken language. That invisible golden thread we just envisioned represents the lifelong trust we build when we finally stop expecting our cats to act like humans and instead we learn to speak their silent, beautiful language. Truly loving a cat isn't just about filling their food bowl or giving them a warm place to sleep. It is about observing their subtle boundaries and deeply honoring their wild instincts. When we make these tiny, compassionate adjustments in our daily routines, we transform our homes from mere shelters into true sanctuaries where they feel entirely safe. But this journey of understanding never truly ends. Every single cat is a completely unique individual with their own beautiful story. I would love to hear yours. Please leave a comment below with your cat's name and tell me, what is the biggest struggle or question you currently have about understanding your furry friend? I read every single comment and I will be answering your questions in our upcoming videos. Speaking of unsolved feline mysteries, imagine carefully preparing a gourmet 5-star meal for an honored guest, only to watch them meticulously bury it under an invisible pile of dirt on your kitchen floor.